Brother, it's a long road from Amistad to Toho. Doesn't matter which way you go, the miles are all the same. But when you finally get there, and when you pull the cover off, then it's time to get a little bit lost out on the lake. Gonna back this boat into the water, find a way to win a couple dollars. Weatherman says there's a cold front coming down. Bring it on, I've seen it all by now. I can catch them shallow, I can catch them deep. Open water or the back of the creek. Wind and rain to me, it's all the same. I make a living playing this game, and I thank the Lord above every time I can. I get to be a fisherman. Come Thursday morning, I'll have me something figured out. It's not definitely.
Hi, Steve Von Brand here for the Bass College. Down here at the Potomac River, we're pre-fishing for the Bassmaster Weekend Series. This is our second event this year. Tom Wolverton's up here with me in the front with Kurt Von Brand. This time Tom's going out as a boater. We're in his skeeter right now. We're back in one of the creeks here down south. We're going to be throwing a frog at first. We're going to throw the swim jig. We're looking for some pockets right now in the milfoil. It's pretty thick in here. Couldn't find any flat pads like we had in the past, so we may change our tactics and see what's happening. So we'll see if we can get on some fish here with some dirty jigs, some grandy bass trailers, and net bait packer crawls, and depth Varisky frog is what we're going to be throwing here, along with some snag proof and KVD, different frogs. Going to check them out, see how they hit, see what's going on, maybe throw some chatter baits, spinner baits. They've been hitting a lot of different baits, kind of junk fishing today, checking it out, and we'll see you a little bit later.
It's definitely a frog worth having, I can tell you that. You can tell within 2 seconds. That's normally all it takes when something's good. Now, whether we catch a bunch of fish on it, I don't know. It looks good.
Well, let me put it this way. Justin Moffat thinks enough of it to spend the time in Photoshop to black it out so that nobody can see the bait that's in the fish's mouth that he posted. What was that? Was it a bass?
Yeah. These size fishing at chatterbait too, buddy. You can work it.
Would that fish follow you in on, Tom?
Swim jig.
A dirty jig swim jig?
Yeah.
Was white?
White with a white trailer.
That's a 7'10" heavy action swim bait rod.
Every ounce 8 pounds, if not bigger. It was so big you couldn't tell how big it was, but I guarantee it was at least 8 pounds. Huge. Idiot tried to boat flip it, snapped the rod right in half.
Tried to boat flip an 8-pounder. That's what he gets. He deserved that.
You got it. Dude, because of the current that rips through here, they hit easily. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they have to make that decision within a couple seconds. You know?
He's on the edge of the road.
They're in that eddy. It's current. The current pulls pretty hard.
Like on my hands, I can feel how hot he is.
Drop that bait right into that eddy like you just did.
Well, it was on a wood, and when I got to it,
I watched it. He went just like this, and it fell right there. And
I paused
right
it. Yeah.
You got to get it down to him. Remember what I said? That's what a crankbait.
That's what I do. When I get to the good shit, I let it pause like a jig.
But the crankbait gets down there on its own. That's why a lot of times it's good. You can pitch plastics and jigs and let it wash down with the current.
Yeah, I let it drop though. I do it even when I'm fishing the grass.
Where'd you get that one on, Kurt? What, a white and chartreuse chatterbait, or?
Chartreuse.
Yeah. On a chatterbait again, huh? Keepers, but not anything that's going to win.
We know where to go and catch 2-pounders. I'm just hoping to stumble across the
So far, well, I got that one nice one in the back.
Oh, another one just hit me right there. Another small one.
Better?
Much better. Chatterbait again.
Not big, but bit better than what we've been catching. 2-pounder. Got some weight to him. Feel it.
They're eating in here, buddy. He's a little over 2, right?
Yeah, it's 2-pounder for sure.
It might be a little over.
He's fat, eating all that bait.
Dude, the ones I caught some yesterday were 13, 14 inches. Had to weigh almost 2 pounds. They were that fat and stuffed. Gorge, there's bait all over the whole river. It's tough to find a spot where there isn't bait.
You could just catch like 2 here that are 4.5, 5.
Right.
I'm telling you,
Then it's worth it.
it's good enough. Remember, all we've done is work it up once. What happens when you sit here for 8 hours and hit it? I'm telling you, you gotta look at all these spots. That's how you're gonna win this time of year. You're either gonna run the tide and hit a lot of spots, or you're gonna have to find an area where a 5-pound fish lives and fish it for 8 hours and figure it out. I'm telling you.
Right.
If you don't think of it that way, you'll just come in with 12 pounds and you'll lose. I'm telling you. Perfect tail. That was a good fish. It wasn't a 12-incher. It was bigger. It was like that one I caught at 8. See the fish from the distance. Came right out of that point of pads of grass, hit it, swirled on it right there.
What do we got there, Kurt?
Another keeper, but not the right size.
No, but a keeper, not bad. Coming off these grass edges. Tell you where we are after the tournament's over.
Just 3 pounds.
Oh, this is much better. The chatterbait's the deal.
But just remember this though. There's a concentration of bass in here. I'm not just because we don't get a 4-pounder.
There's one in here
somewhere. Sure.
Oh, I know. I told you. He'll feel him. He's 2 3/4.
Yeah.
He's a little cool with that one. That's all.
Yeah. Almost 3. It's not quite 3.
No, 2 3/4.
Nice.
Dude, I mean, I'm not trying to say that I'm Kevin Van Dam. I do it pretty well at one time when I came here a lot. And, you know, we're not catching 5-pound fish right now.
I don't get that.
But the point is, what I'm saying is, I mean, you just show up and catch fish.
Right. Oh, it's a fish factory.
It's unbelievable. I mean, I guarantee you, I know some pretty good, small, unpressured ponds in Delaware that have a lot of fish and a lot of big fish, and you can fish all day and catch what we just caught. I mean, in one spot. Fish the outside edge.
Right.
Set the hook. It's gonna be a good fish. You won't set the hook on something less than 2.
And once again, a chatterbait. Now, none of these fish are giant fish, but these are keepers. Almost every one we've caught's a keeper, and a couple of them are fairly decent sized, but still not a winning bag. But all on the chatterbait, though.
Right
All
now
on
we're
the
just trying to
chatterbait.
locate some fish.
He had me buried. He's not that big.
Nice stuff.
He was buried in a big pond.
Yeah, he's a decent fish, though.
He really had me buried in some thick grass. Good solid keeper.
Yeah.
Need a keeper with them. I'll take 3 of them.
Sure.
Maybe it is large. Mal's Bay's right next to Chickamauga. Watch when you get back there, but that turn there gets skinny. That's where you gotta be.